cheekyrichos, Coca-Cola chicken and steamed rice in the Dreampot. Hi and welcome to cheekyrichos, Coca-Cola chicken and steamed rice cooked in a thermal cooker. We will be using the Dreampot, which is basically aimed at the caravan, motorhome and yachting market. We find that this is very handy if you're travelling. Instead of stopping and buying takeout food, it just sits behind the seat in the car. It uses very little power to start the cooking process, and when you stop for your meal later in the day, the meal's perfectly cooked, steaming hot, a lot more economical than relying on dodgy takeout food. The ingredients are in the recipe box below, so let's get started. This is our Dreampot. We've had it for quite a few years now, and it's had quite a bit of use, as you can see. Inside the Dreampot are two stainless steel pots, and they both have their own stainless steel lids. This is quite good quality, it's quite substantial. The smaller pot is going to be where we're going to be cooking our rice. It's only quite small. And then the larger pot, also stainless steel, is where we're going to be cooking our chicken and Coca-Cola. And the idea is, they've both got handles, the idea is that you cook one inside one inside the other, pop it inside, lid on, and let the thermal properties of this fairly insulated container, which is also lined with stainless steel, do the cooking. It clips so that it can't spill, and you can carry it around with you because it is very portable. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start our rice. This doesn't use any electricity at all. You can cook whatever you like in the inner pots with gas, woods, fire, or even electricity, but it uses little energy to cook your meal. Most of the cooking is done under the thermal principle. So the first thing that we're going to do to the inner pot is tip in our rice. We're using Basmati rice because we like it. Then we're going to cover that with our warm water. Use cold if you like, or hot to speed up the process, whatever's easiest. Now just give this a stir so that all of the rice grains are wet, because some of them actually float. This is designed to be cooked on a medium heat. Never ever use it on a high heat because you will buckle the bottom of it, even though it's quite a substantial bottom. Just bring this to the boil, and we boil it for about 2 minutes and pop our lid on. So once it's come to the boil, we're going to set our timer and cook it for 2 minutes. Okay, after 2 minutes, we just move our rice to one side, push the handle in, and pop the lid on. Now it's on to our Coca-Cola chicken. We put the larger outer pot onto the stove. We've got some chicken pieces here. They're all roughly the same size. Just pop those all in around. I've cut the excess fat off the chicken pieces so that it's not going to make it too greasy in our dish. Again, onto a low heat. We send in our soy sauce. I'm using light soy sauce here. And a whole can of Coca-Cola. Now you could use Diet Coke or Zero Coke if you wanted to. I happen to prefer the full flavoured variety for this. Now we cook this, bring it to the boil, and we cook it for 10 minutes, and then we pop the lid on. You could add ginger, garlic, shallots, mustard, chilli, anything you wanted to this recipe. It's pretty well covered with the Coke. If you've got a can of flat Coke, that's even better. So we just bring that to the boil. Okay, it's just starting to come to a light simmer now. The Coke's all frothing up on top of it like some sort of a wild spider. A little stir to make sure that everything's getting the same amount of heat. Just pop the lid back on there to speed the process up. Okay, now it's come to a gentle boil. We're just going to cook it for 10 minutes, put the lid on, and then pop it into our Dreampot to continue cooking without any further addition of energy. Okay, it's boiling away now. Our timer's just gone off. 10 minutes is up, and that's what you should have. So now we're just going to pop our Basmati rice container in on top of it. As you can see, it's really quite swollen up. Pop our lid back on there, and the whole thing goes into our Dreampot. Lift the lid on that, just pops up. In we go. Now we leave that to do its magic for up to 8 hours. Okay, it's time to open up the Dreampot and get our hot dinner out. Get that out of the way. Here's our rice, all well cooked. And there. Hope you enjoyed this little cooking demonstration of a quite unusual meal. There's our Coca-Cola chicken and our cooked rice. Now you can thicken this if you want to, but It's not necessary because it's pretty cold outside and we're just going to have it with the juice over our rice. And don't forget, when you're camping, if you've got any rice left over, you can just pour condensed milk on it or have it with some sliced fruit, and it makes a quick, easy, warm dessert. And then our chicken over the top with some of our sauce. And there you have it. Cheekyricho's Coca-Cola chicken, only using a few ingredients, perfect to travel with, using the Dreampot. Okay, just a sprinkle of some parsley, some spring onions, and there you have it. Cheekyricho's Coca-Cola chicken and steamed rice in the Dreampot. And just a little suggestion with your leftover rice from your Dreampot meal. It's still really quite warm. We're just going to put it into a bowl. You could use a pannikin or a tin cup. Tip in a couple of prunes because these travel very well as well and they're good for you when you're traveling. And then drizzle over the top some condensed milk. Now, I've showed you how to make condensed milk in a different video, and that is actually a really good breakfast or a dessert when you're feeling like something sweet. So there you have 2 courses in the one cooking setup in the Dreampot. Happy travels. Thanks for watching.